It was ago. So 2021.
2024.
24.
Pasika ngomso. Nyani ngama niyombethelela nina abantu ba believer kulonto leyo. But kudala nimcrucify umntana abantu funeka khe nimxolele at some point.
That's Bonsisho in Kubuza, something that I just actually saw on online. What's in it? Masculine and the Pasika. Anyway, I'll look for it. There's something that I saw.
Latin.
But I think apparently some guy uthi balendo tata zala wakhe enguJesus yena kwenye icawe enguJesus isesiphambanweni but well I'm sure ukuthi
uthi wenza umjida
no nazo manje mabazothi la ku-social media nawe yafela umjida apparently there's somewhere I think he was paid whatever it was
so umjida bengayazi bangaba uzokwenza lento imagine ubona utatazala wakho etheqingo hlobo ibona utatazala wakho etheqingo hlobo
nguJesus yena
yar
kanti your holiday iqala nini yona ngomso
no iqala ngomso holiday till Monday so eSouth Africa ke kuthiwa aniziba na load shedding till Monday. So I guess bafuna ukwenza sure bababethelele umuntu right because ngakade bazambamba emnyameni and then
around this time already Judas was telling the other disciples ukuthi ibona nyewe ukuyenza like ufuna things uyenza ukuthi bambethelele then kuthiwa okay somebody was actually commenting on that thing that I was watching that amjito yabhayisa njalo uthengisa umuntu wayenzi amanzi abayiwine ndoda. Protect that person, Baba. We need this wine.
Yes. It's costing.
So the place is so
I don't know. I'm free now, so I don't know. We can do that, but the always issue is that of coming back. Hey, that one.
Yeah, always
compromising always.
But who are 2000?
Best place would be Reds. Yeah, I never say no to that place.
Reds 7.
But complete for you.
Yeah.
But it's the best hunting ground.
But you need to go and refresh prior one was as most stories of these days. The relationship, yabona siyagowa ndoda so njani xa ufumene elithuba iyeka lo Jesus ayenza into ayenzayo thina njani sifuna ukubethwa umoya siye kwama-reds siyobona abantu ndoda because
but Wayne, don't you think wonke umuntu ophaya rents unomuntu wakhe but ufika wonke umuntu ingathi kwi-mode yofeba wonke pha okanye zisinga abantu abasingle bonke abayaba
endoda abantu emini basingle but ebusuku wonke umuntu lala nomuntu I don't know into yasekapa because people claim to be single but if singabalandelela bonke aba bantu esidibana nabo-areas but ngithi single ake kolala yedwa
but nangicinga loo nto yenziwa lento abantu banalento bathi ithina lento umjolo uyanyisa udumela lento umjolo uyanyisa therefore abantu abafuna ujola kodwa isex bayayifuna uthini kanti lento le and then baphinde ke ngoxa selufumana le sex baphinde bacinge ngumjolo acinge uyajola nawe and then aphinde abuyele back azothi isex yanyisa yabona this on and off
amasheri bane problem bafu yabona uthi xa idibana nawe no mna I'm single and I don't want a relationship. Where's some 2000? I'm single, I don't want a relationship. Niyenza into niyenzayo first week, second week, third week. Nangu umuntu ekufonela. Mfondini uphi? Ufetyiswa yilempandla. Uyafeba. Ngela xesha yona ufuna ukufeba impisi.
Ufetyiswa yilempandla yakho.
Yilempandla wena.
No, but honestly, abantu bazi landiyo wena wini. Yani. Uthi kweza kubiza ngabagaba ngokuhlaza. Ufetyiswa impandla.
Ufetyiswa yilempandla.
Yo. Hayi kodwa ke asidibani kodwa nto. Umjolo nesex asidibani because umjolo usecaleni, isex isecaleni. Cha ke kukho abantu abacinga bangaba ubekhe walala nomuntu niyajola. Then okanye nawe wena mjita. Especially because mangakhupha amajita, wena mjita uyafika. Icherry uyifuna inumber zayo, uyincokolise kamandi uthini, uspende on him. Ube perfect gentleman. Perfect gentleman. And then you didn't say your intentions. But umntana abantu I've read between the lines. But uyangithanda umuntu lo. He's spending on me, ungithengele i-strawberries, uthini wabuza andilambanga na. All of those things that amatshela asifunayo azidingayo. Uba nazo that first time. Awukayifumani le nto uyifunayo. Then jiki. Umntana abantu azijule kuwe, aphule i-rules zakhe. Umhlawumbe umntana abantu uxelele, andikwazi ulala nomuntu, ndiqala umbona. Then, but wena qonda kaba no man, I might not get this opportunity. You understand? Jonga ngoku bekhona enye friend yami lapha. Last week besihleli nayo sonke sigroove sonke. Uthe beku-groove. Wabona itype yakhe uthi umjita uwele ephi ngapha kwendlela lesicharity ihleli nabantu wawele ngapha kwendlela weza kuye wathi sister man ndicela wena kwaphakathi kwabasisi jonga mani kwathini ithi chomi yami andinxile andiqunywe intsango uchaye intsango nomntana yake wayinika last week abebegowe sithi yo lamfana I don't think namnika inumber right ngoba nandiqunyiwe andizange wandamnika eziphi numbers. So phone. That guy was perfect. So ndizama ukuthi lo way umntana abantu uzixelele yena bangaba no man. Let me break my rules up way. Perfect gentleman, you ticks amateur ne boxes. I was 10 noba zingaphi na. But he ticks all of the boxes. Sometimes near compromise actually he ticks 7. Yeah, we can work on the other 3 mhlawumbe uchiwe. Umntana abantu alahle ahambe nawe wena uhambe uyolala naye xa igqibulala naye ugoduse ekseni okanye sometimes ekseni udikwe nodikwa kwa wena uyabuza uhamba nini okanye sewucinga commitments zakho ngoku ongazukwazi uzenza because ukho lo muntu apha okanye sometimes uvuka umshiye pha ele uyabona ufika umntana abantu eklinile endlini yakho ethene zenze ulandike ube pissed off ke wena because awuthandi into zakho ziphatha phatho. And understand? Okay. And then ke ngoku phofu iqale pha and yona nto ubungazuyithetha le nto uyithethayo if ubungafumenanga le nto ubuyifuna qha ke ngoku umntana abantu break i-rules zakho ngenxa yakho walala nawe wakupha le nto uyifunayo kuba expect bangaba you will be different now you were acting different kanti usamfumfu uyafana nabanye usamfumfu.
But umzobayashiyana aba bantu. I remember I met this chick at parking the other time. But we just to summarize the relationships. This chick, I think we had met somewhere before, but I said, oh, bro, I remember you from this incident. Usoy, at my man, Masam Sindiniam. Oh, well, we're driving to Engineer. Essentially, not room, but bra, before Osifik Engineer, in 3 rules. The rules are, you get to my house, you have 1 round. You have 1 round. Rule number 2, don't come to my house without an invitation. Rule number 3, don't phone me, I'll phone you.
So rule 1, when you come to my house, we have 1 round. Like tonight, anytime, it's just 1 round.
Well, I'm not sure because that was the only incident I had with that certain human being.
Fuck.
But it's 1 round in 1. I don't know, probably because there's someone who's getting a lion's share.
Let's do this thing. Fuck off. Number 2, don't call me.
Don't call. I will call you.
But you need to exchange the numbers.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, but don't call her. She will call you when she needs you. For that 1 round.
Probably because it was just done once off. I didn't even want to keep track of it because of these rules, bro. The rules just, the rules just took me off. And she even broke her same rules on the particular night. After 1 round, my man go back 10 round. I don't know if it was basically breaking any rules or for your zeal.
I know the corrections.
But we ended up on number 2. Then I never saw that human being again. So I don't know this life.
But the big issue about it when I win, people, they are broken in different ways. And more like if you break an egg, and then I ask you to break the second egg in the same way that you broke the first one, do you think it's gonna happen? Break the third one in the same way that you broke the other 2. It's not gonna happen. Every time it's different.
Is your question like the cracking part and the
cracking part and any of them? Let's say I give 3 plates, 1 plate here, 1 plate here, 1 plate here. This is jonga. Crack al in the crack al in crack khuphe la liga umphakathi walo on the plate. Ubeke shells zayo pha. Break the second one exactly the same way. Do you think it's gonna happen? Not gonna happen. The third one, it's not gonna happen. Even the shape of the egg on the plate itself is not gonna sit the same way.
And your point is?
Or my point is the breakings, if you like, the broken pieces that people have inside them about umjolo and relationships are different. For different reasons. And then umuntu xa esithi umjolo uyanyisa, maybe akathethi into iyi-1 njengomnye. Umuntu uthi umjolo uyanyisa simply because a guy refused to give her money. Omnye uthi umjolo uyanyisa simply because a guy cheated on her. There are all sorts of things. Omnye uthi umjolo uyanyisa simply because she wanted to have 2 boyfriends and then the other one found out.
But we will talk about these things for the next 100 years. And we were probably trying to invent a wheel. A wheel is round. It will remain round for it to roll. It's going to be round. Because they did the same thing. Probably I don't know. Maybe
I don't think there was infidelity.
But
being a fan nangoku. And I read one clip from some old book. But this book it's more like a person who was taking in notes, who was writing about the Bantustans. Bantustans or I think it's somebody who went in the old Transkei. It's in a very old book. But that person was writing about the life of the Kafir. Back in the day, they were putting it that way. I'll share the clip in the book. So as she was saying it, so I read this book, and long for Uti, no, it's considered there that a man would marry. It's like monogamy, like you are my wife and whatnot. Jaglobola and don't in my house. But the rules there, indoda ayibuzwa apha ikhoyo kind of vibe. And then indoda had kids elsewhere, but the wife held the pride of just being the wife. The rules of the game, from what you're saying, have changed. So it's not like Ufetyiswa nje ngoku. People still had that kind of primitive respect that everybody hates right now because we are now woke. Everybody is in an awakening state.
But you see, the other thing is, the order of today is that authorities have empowered women. Women have been empowered.
Who were those authorities?
Human rights.
No, women fought. No, it's women. It's not like the authorities gave it to women. Women stood up.
Exactly. As it actually gives me another chance now to actually highlight another incident I had. Obviously, women will say, "Yeah, we've got equal rights. Men's fun now. Africans are middle peg, middle." And the other person was saying, "Eh, so what must say because I mean, you gotta have the balls." I mean, singalingana sithini nami ndishintsha umntana inepi pampers into ezinjalo but hey nigga I got the ball. Women of but man, if you check, I was watching statistics of late. Women of today are actually improving themselves, unlike Bokoko Betu. If you check Alamapasa these days, Metro Rail, it's women driving those buses and trains. That gives them now Landoba, we are 50-50, we are equal. And going back to Lando Uiri's level, how was Umjolo Wakudala stable and why is it not happening today? We've got women who actually tell this themselves, and we are equal.
No, Yabana, now I stand to think this issue of equality has been blown out of proportion. Equality does not mean that you, a woman, must assume I'm a send, and then a man must develop his beleko. No, that's not what it means. To me, it means that intellectually we are the same. I want to emphasize that intellectual aspect because back then, men took all the decisions as it seemed. I want to say it seemed like men took all the decisions, but the decisions were taken by women since eons of years. From the beginning, the decisions were taken by women.
Beginning.
Beginning.
Oh.
And then a woman, I'll tell you, let me just elaborate on that point. A man would come today to a meeting of all council, all other men. They are like, nah, we have an issue, this issue, ixoxo ngamadoda inantsika ungabikho solution. Madoda uthi sabuya ngomso sidibane madoda. Hambela madoda. Nicinga ba lamadoda yapha ezindlini zabo. Azafika thini athethe nantoni nabafazi babo. Amchazi bangaba hey insinda badala ikhona. And then from there umuntu obhinqileyo athethe sense to the man, and the man goes and be bold out there, acting like it's all his ideas and everything, but the influence had always come from women from the start. It's just that not publicly, but it was happening anyways. So we ran away from the truth to find the same truth but in a different way. But I'm at 2000 work, they are showing people flames now.
Are we putting them into this context again? Because
we are not putting them into that same context, but they are changing the what is it, the will? Do I want to call it the will? Or they are changing.
But also like when they rule,
they are changing their narrative. Let me say the narrative.
I'll tell you, so I've done music now, for like 20 years, but like DJing in clubs, whatever. But so many people, I'm 2000, they think, hey, Ningamaxhegu lina kaniphume. 1000 brother.
You've been summoned out.
Hey, bro. 2000 they rule the world now. And I don't know, should we find means to stop them or we get along with them? I can't.
Yeah, you can't. You need to play along. It's just like this AI now. People are finding easier ways of doing things that were deemed to be complicated before. If you don't tag along, you're tough for you. The world will leave you behind.
But it's not that easy when we like if I just press 2 buttons back to what we actually explaining to me. Life has become very unfair for women in terms of relationship. Why? Because now we're the alpha male, so I have to approach a woman. I have to go around and assess, well, this is my type, then I approach her. Well, it's happening of late that women can actually approach you and say, hey, as a pretty man and all that. But historically, we have to approach the women and tell them, you are my type. But now, meaning, they just have to look nice and wait for that perfect guy to approach them.
100%.
But now, if you check of late, men are also very skeptical to approach which
just
woman
anyone.
and why. So that's why somebody actually said to me, men like to look at nice things. That's why women wear makeup. And women like to hear nice things. That's why men lie.
That's profound. Okay.
As Umjita, you need to put yourself there.
That is profound. Because there's no attention, you won't get attention. But you said something about a type. Who told you what your type is? Where do you get that from?
Bruh, type is basically mali.
No. To a woman. But when yourself. When you scout your type? How do you scout your type? You said you've got type.
I don't even have an answer for that because actually I think that's where you make a mistake. You want a type. What type? Again, I always like to fill in with easy stories because I was told there was this guy with 3 sons. So with the 3 sons, he gave them $1 million each and told them, no. There was a king who had $1 million. Then he split that among his 3 ladies. Guys, I want to see who things will get out of 3. So I'm going to give you $1 million each. And you guys got to prove me that you are responsible. Then I'll make you a wife. The other one went to buy a mansion in Camps Bay. What a baby. The other one bought 2. I'm a greyhound. What baby? We're going to run business. The other one bought a place like Airlines. What baby? We're going to. But when the day of his selection came, Umjolo
hayi ningathatha 2 hours niwazobe nje amashiya indoda izawujonga impundu qha.
Exactly. Because again they were saying at some point there's what Brazilian, there's this one man abefaka of late. Frontal. Bro, I don't know, but I don't know the difference between frontal, Brazilian, or fagela. To me, personally, yeah,
it was like 2 fun.
Excuse, but if you actually do a research, Amatota will tell you they don't understand. But they look cute, man. With frontal nails and point. It's cute, but by the end of the day, anyway, just wants a woman who respect.
But because awunanyani to yourself qala. I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone, but I have a certain set of rules that make me to defend myself against what I see around the world. So I don't want to, I'm not shaming people or anything. The standard of what beauty is is dictated by the masses. And if you go by the masses, that means you're not being yourself. Now you are just the flock that moves with the rest of the other sheep. And then once one kuthiwa saying once ilandika one if igushe one iyatshayiswa itrain, trust me zonke zizawufuna and Tina, especially Tina African, the low self-esteem yethu isezantsi. Anything, we are gullible to anything that seems like it gives us a credit from someone else. And then if I got credit from someone else, then I'm likely to do the same thing again or improve it. I think that this is where it started. I had a conversation with someone who was saying, okay, when this thing is done by men, in terms of making themselves over. As much as now they like looking good and they feel good about themselves when they've done everything that works. Largely, they are doing it for bona to outwit each other. But deep down, if you don't get attention, why we and say young and it's devastating. Next time you're not motivated to do it.
Exactly. So basically, women will go out of their way to look nice. So did you allow me to finish? Because the statement that I was saying,
No, I didn't. Sorry.
Women will put makeup, frontal, nails to look nice. Because men like to look at nice things. Even in the animal world, some bird will act in a certain manner to attract the other opposite sex. So that's how women now will go out of their way to affect nails, affect boobs, I don't know whatever.
But who defines nice? At any given moment, because nice has been changing over the years. John, back at some point, guy high heels. At some point, about these days, we look at these big platforms now, and whatnot. And who dictates what nice is at any given time?
It's us men who give women pressure.
This means we give them pressure to give each other pressure.
Yes. We give them a lot of pressure. And they go out of their way to look nice, and there's makeup, there's weave, there's eyebrows, if you check women's fashion today, it's gonna reveal some part of her body for it to look nice. Crop top has this part of the body out. Boob tube is gonna push, cleavage is gonna push the boobs up to here. Bum shot, it's gonna be some shot which just has the bum going out like that. So we give women pressure, and to be honest enough, I'm not wrong at some point. Why? Because we've got certain women we want to go around to show off to other men with. Okay. And then when we want to settle down, we look for a certain type of woman, or rather, actually even change. And then this woman is sitting in the house, but I've done everything for this nigga. I gave him sex, I cooked for him, but you know that by the end of the day, he has a certain caliber of a woman that they want. Now you see those women who write on Facebook about men are dogs. Oh, men are dogs.
What kind of dog are you? Are you a Chihuahua?
Any guy, I'm a pit bull. But I'm willing to finish this statement. So, men like to look at nice things. That's why women wear makeup. That's why women wear all this stuff that they wear. And women like to hear nice things. That's why men lie. Problem comes when the truth comes out and when the makeup falls off. Because in my language there's a proverb that actually says, at some point, I've got this. Women, they want to hear those things.
Besides that, you want to tell a person what they want to hear. If I were to thanks, wait. If I were to say something that a person does not want to hear, they immediately put off. For example, a few of the statements I said earlier on, they must be a put off to other people. They are like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? His perspective is not on point. He's too condescending and shit. But these are my opinions, and maybe I don't want to talk for you. Maybe what you take from here is not what you should take home as absolute truth. This is not a profession, or we are not professing what we are saying. We're not ruminate what you want to ruminate and discard what you want to discard, and then that way you will provoke your own thinking as well about these things. That's the mere point. I question my own beliefs sometimes, and I'm like, why did I choose that? Why did I do that? Instead of doing this, why did I do this? And then that way, sometimes I get questioned by people, and then that way I tend to question myself and say, okay, how can I refine that? Sometimes you don't know the root of your problem. And it's something that happened way long ago. That you've got a fear of something, of rejection, or I've got a fear of. I have a fear of inkomo. I was chased by a dog by inkomo, and then as time went by, and man and pupa inkomo and lekra. As a result, now inkomo, I don't like them.
No, Umjolo.
Yes, we are coming back.
Why? Because it's unfortunate that in life, everything else you are taught how to walk, taught how to eat, taught how to bath, taught how to you are taken to school to learn algebra, history. You are taught how to milk a cow. You are taught. It's only when it comes to 17 years old for a girl, you are there alone in the jungle. You are not taught how to love.
That's profound.
And iweske with impilo esiphilayo namhlanje ukuthi you're not sure what is love, because of late if you check what is love is some guy with all that cash and he splashes the cash on a woman, and to them that is love. And unfortunately we have families that are broken. Why? Because the life we live today, and we have a girl child being raised by a mother in 1989. She's having a growth. Then the girl child now is left with no father figure, left with nobody to actually advise them exactly what is love. And the first love affection that they get is for somebody then they don't understand so is this what love is supposed to be? That's why you find some women who are better in but who remain in that relationship because they think, no, it's actually normal. Even though they got ill, maybe in bed. No. Why? Because they didn't grow up with a father figure. If the father figure was there, they could have noticed how the father figure was going to treat mama. And I say impahla cash crusaders to get the next money for whatever and all that. Or if you and he comes home, he's this bubbly man hugging his kids and all that. The girl child is missing that. The girl child today is missing that today. Why? Because we're living in a life where our life is gone so fast and men are not available. for some different reasons, I'm probably also, maybe if this video gets to some people, say, hey, what is this trailer?
Now, a good example of what you're saying.
Hey, maybe someone will say, can you say the TV man? But well, guys, I'm somebody who has gone through this, and I'm happy when I have space to actually narrate these audience, because I've sat down and I got to understand what some of us men's behavior is what is constituting to how the girl child is behaving today. They feel, hey, it's either unaimali, masambe sosela, naisavana, sizali piano, seliyeka master, uthulintwa itholayo, then nami itholayo, ndihamba. But the other problem we have now is that a man can get to a party, look at some attractive woman, I'm cut, I pipe back and bed, and then be right, keep on dancing. And look at another attractive woman, but that's been lustful. And I pipe back, women are a bit different. Well, like normal women, we've got women who can go into a club and get 15 women outside, 15 men outside. I think 150, that's not normal. That's another. But women, when they open their legs, there's an attachment. A normal woman would not just open her legs and allow you to punt. There's going to be a connection. A connected way, a right ngawe. But of late, they try and hide it away. No, I'm not enjoying and fun. It's fine. My sense in this sense, but hey, there's that word, but umuntu uyakhetha. And they forget Amato is red. It's after they do an investment. It's after you do an investment. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But they, okay, we are catching a lampashane, then you start investing. I don't know how, either financially or physically or morally, you invest on a human being. But the life we live, Namhlanje, whenever you invest, and they see, you know, when a fisherman goes to fish, a fish is out. You put it here. It's yours.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no way now you're going to turn around and
if somebody starts buying it.
Well, I've never had a situation like so.
Okay.
You fish, you put the fish in a little basket here. You're not going to turn around and open the fish's mouth and say, Fishy, this is my fish. I'm going to chow you. I'm going for the next fish. This is how life is. That's why I'm why? Because now if fish not up, it's confirmed, it's not going anywhere. This is now the woman sitting there in the house after that episode with a guy, and us as guys, let's us get now always. We are the alpha male. If you watch things like National Geo, bruh, you're not gonna say a lion is gonna let a zebra pass by and say, nah, the shooting and plans, this is my hand.
If in National Geography, yes, I don't know, it's not, you know. Let me reserve my comment, because I'm thinking a human being is deeper, is very deep, in terms of they are to somebody else you are a brother, to somebody else you are a boyfriend, to somebody else you are a father, to somebody else you are a colleague. So you've got all of these different hats that you put on. And then as a result now, your experience over things overshadow the inner you. Because now the inner you has been so bombarded by so many things that it has lost its shape. Now I think so. So we are at a point where we reap fruits from the external fields and not from the inner garden. we didn't nurture the inner garden and the inner garden that no, this one, so that anything that comes, is this what resonates with me? But instead, is this what is acceptable? This is dangerous, because we want what is acceptable out there, and then we neglect what the inner self, the inner self, like things that make you who you are, things that make you that make the world that you want to shape into. We all want to shape the world in a certain way, but we get overwhelmed by the world, and then we get shaped by the world and just go in the line.
But so if, say, like recently we had the president introducing the Minister of Electricity. If the president would say, let's introduce the Minister of Umjolo, then there you are a candidate, you get it, then you are in parliament. How will you advise us? How would you advise us? What's your first line of advice that you give us, Tina, as a Mandabacha? Guys, Umjolo umekanje, take Umjolo ngohlobo. What would you say?
Do you want me to address that on camera?
Yeah.
Thought you'd never ask.
Bruh, I also want to hear that.
You want to hear that?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Hey, bruh, yeah.
Do you want to hear this?
Yeah.
Do you want to hear the mess that I'm gonna say? All right, let me say it. Here's the thing. A girl child grows up, and then a boy child grows up elsewhere. They hit a stage where Umjolo, we get introduced Umjolweni before Sijole. This is very important, especially in the context of South Africa. Now, as a young boy, I knew about sex long before I was introduced to it. I didn't watch pornography, I didn't do anything, but my friends, they were like, I did it. Everybody's like, hey, that one's my girlfriend. Do you have a girlfriend? Hey, what's girlfriend? Hey, I had somebody talking about a girlfriend.
You were not masturbating that time.
No, we were before that age. Okay. Before the age of masturbating. There's this thing. Now we know that a boy must have a girlfriend. And then after that, there was something called sex. And then we knew that, and then Sibuzane, wake. And then it seems like, if wake zange wake, whoa, you couldn't see. And then we were forced to somehow lie. And then now, how you lie is, when he told me that he had done this somewhere, what you get in no, but when's the ABC, when's the kanje, and now it comes to me. Next time I heard that story, I tell that story when they talk to me, he heard it from someone. Now I'm heard it going. And then it went on like that. Until you lie to yourself, and in such a way you meditate on this lie that you know what? Actually, I'm getting tired of lying to people because I'm lying to myself. I feel awful after lying. This is me, personal experience, telling from a guy's point of view. I'm tired of telling this lie that I've heard from people. Therefore, I must find a way of doing it. If you have a close friend, like they will say, hey, man, charity, now I've had a guy.
What age was this absorbed?
13, 14?
Nigga.
I had a guy, a friend of mine, was at home with a clump of kids, and there was no privacy. A friend of mine took me to his house at the back. At the back, there was took me with this girl, and then took me there, and then do this thing. And then this guy, okay, this is my first time of doing this thing. This guy, he goes and calls a whole lot of niggas. They're listening there if I'm doing it or I'm not doing it. It was the most embarrassing issue, but the story, getting back to the line, so you grow up like that as a boy, you are on your own, and then you are amongst other boys that have not experienced what you have experienced, that you guys want to experience. All of you are amateurs, but you're acting like you know it amongst each other. Danger right there, danger.
So, going back to...
Sorry, I want to go to the opposite sex, but you can say something.
Going back to the other point where I said, to add on to what you just said, no one teaches anybody. I don't know, maybe there's no point where people are going to tell you, then you're going to have feelings, then you're going to lie to your parents, and you're actually going to lie to her parents, then you're going to have a foreplay.
This is how you're going to feel.
This is how you're going to feel. And when you feel like that, you're going to feel like wanting to put it in there, and she's going to be a virgin, or probably she's not a virgin. If she's a virgin, this is how you're going to do. Maybe you need to try and strike once, twice. Yes. Nobody teaches us that. Then we just thrown there, and
you're in the jungle.
Yeah.
You find a way.
It's after now.
You find a way. Sometimes you think you're doing it, you're not even doing it.
I remember listening to Metro FM the other day. This woman called and said, I've been with my husband for 14 years. I've never had an orgasm, but we've got 5 kids.
She making my way.
Just use the bathroom.
All right.
So I want to know that, like if I'm saying, 15 years.
I'm not gonna wait for you, Wayne. Let me just get on with my story, because I might get drunk, the tea before we. So to a girl child, the same. Oh shucks. You uyavakala fundini engcono. You. All right, he's done. So all right. So for a girl child, this is what happens. I'm not sure. These are things that I've gathered. They might resonate with you. Or, anyway, they grow up. They meet as girls. They try to talk about this, and then you start seeing. You know what girls start with? What, as far as I've seen, there's a disclaimer has been out there that these are our observations. We are not professing here. This can take it on your own. Sorry. A girl child is going to start by wanting to look beautiful, spending time on the mirror and whatnot and whatnot and whatnot. Because I'm thinking other kids are getting attention, she didn't get no attention and whatnot, and girls want to compliment each other. It's a vicious cycle. As much as we chill on our no, we put women under pressure. It starts at a very early age. Now as Umjolo, be under pressure from you boys. But you must want a girl watching umntana othile nokuncedisa ngehomework kwanye umntana othile uright isincome sithini phayana ke ngoku kokwakujonga kwethu girls naphana we are exerting pressure sesiqalile ke ngoku you plant ideas ke ngoku we are planting ideas ambiza manje ukukhapha xa ugoduka esikolweni sasimane sikhapha abantu zihamba nabantu xa ugoduka esikolweni mind you we don't even know how to talk. We are just talking stuff. Physics. Did you do your physics? Did you do that? Did you do that? Also, that wants guidance. As much as when I think about meeting before sex and everything, and courtship, kisses, and what they need that. Even the lingo itself, it needs a revision of how you're going to converse someone to be impressive. Because you steal other people's ideas and pretend as if they are your own, and then you get down the rabbit hole, and then that becomes a you. And then women, they start that they want attention of boys around those ages until they pressure each other to do it. And then each one is asking, have you done it? Have you done it? Uve kuthiwa kubuhlungu kwathini don. Amacheri yona issue yawo another nto kuthiwa i-ring leader. I-ring leader ke yona Wayne yile izoba she will be the last to do something, but she will be very influential for people to do it on her behalf. This is what I've noticed and I've seen around girls. As much as they've grown up, the ones who are bold and out there, they are the ones that are least experienced with all of these subtleties. The intimate, the sex and whatnot. They are not they don't know how to handle the men, they don't know how to do anything, but they are very bold simply because they grew up from that perspective of I need to protect myself, I need to preserve myself. And then it became a norm. Going back, you are right. There's no guidance. Our parents were never guided.
Yeah.
And
just thrown in there.
The only thing my grandmother said to me was, hey, you know, don't. Something about intombi na xambili need to wash it because there's something about girls. Okay. That you see, this is us, communities, black communities. You hear it there, you hear it passing there. It's never getting directed to you. Sit down here. Now we're gonna talk about birds and bees. Look, you know how a child is made. Don't. See if it's too big.
But to switch over to everything that we're talking about now, which is serious to bring back to how a child is made and all that, we've got now a new generation of life that was introduced after 2000. Abaiva on the student by internet. We have got kids of today. They've got these gadgets. They've got these gadgets.
Yeah.
You might tell them hey thina icofimba siyenza ngolhlobo kwathini umakhulu kwathini ngalapha eGamandela kwathi bona they see it here and bona they always wanna try and have an experience even without you. One of these sites you can watch porn, you can ask anything, you can ask positions of sex. Bruh, they are advanced, these kids. I remember somebody telling me, I'm at 2000 will have more sex than somebody who's having a husband in the house. Why? Because content. Content. You see somebody who had 19 years and post a video, and in 2 hours, I've got 19,000 likes. I don't want to lie now. I used to be one who goes to their inbox and say, hey man, now you're running inbox. Lady.
Yeah. Scroller.
I'm the retired general.
Troll on the inbox.
I'm the retired general. For me to sit here and be brave and talk about these things, I'm simply a retired general. But I want these kids. Hey man, we have one these videos of us post reels on Facebook or Instagram. But impundu.
I'm a piano.
Hey, now I zoom and watch it 10 times and like, hey,
confession on camera.
But you know, with the life we live today, you just click there, go to inbox. Yeah. And say, hey, life is messed up. Now,
question.
Brian Buzam, he knows I'm off on Mondays.
That's
the first message,
that's not me.
I don't know. Now I hang out with my close associates.
Yeah, and do what? Ni favorite. Try to hang out.
Hey, bro, we're assuming 2000 now we hang out, jeez, abantu abadala. Into the school fees and all that. I don't want our time to run out before we put through our 2000.
Yeah.
Our 2000, yeah. As uyanyisa our folks.
Anyisa njani uyintoni ma 2000 anyway?
Our 2000, it's the real deal. It's the in thing. It's like when I remember when I was a little boy, pangeni jean, my grandmother used to call it Satan. Like, you need to have a blue jean, green jean, but as long as you're wearing a jean, it's the in thing. Like piano is the in sound. It's not a party if I'm a piano. Again, we have Roma 2000. It's not life if we don't have Roma 2000. Roma 2000, they are life. They control the world. Roma 2000, because if let's give you an example of earrings. Don't you think the most of no, what's this? The guy who does no, the guy who does East Chokochoko.
Oh,
tell 90% of those people shouting tell I number 2K.
So now.
Nigga, I'm a DJ.
Okay.
Because we are out of fashion. So it's that we're irrelevant. Whoa. Because why?
Okay. I
don't understand the piano.
Yeah,
we've been overtaken by events. Events have placed the piano,
that has happened over time. We've got artists that were in the game and then that have lost about the game. Even from America, there was rap and hip hop, and then it changed to
but
this latest hip hop. Things change.
But
more than Bagabanat, we need to embrace change. But we bring that change. But you may not see that. The more, I don't want to elaborate on that one. Maybe in the next podcast we can zoom into some of the points that we cut into now.
What are we going away?
No.
Oh,
we're good.
I'm a victim of my 2000. That's why I wanna. Where you think life ends here on my 2000, because they make you believe that. Go and withdraw your savings.
Ooh la la.
I remember I was with this other ninja. We used to rent a little office back then in Johannesburg. Then, we ladies' night. It was a Friday. We ladies' night. Rest in peace, laughter in the belly. My very good other friend. End of we made a deal. I don't know what we sold. It's like a very long time ago. Then they gave us cash. I don't know why they gave us cash, but because so the account, the business plan was for hours, so the money to go through that other guy, we had to get it, so that money cut here.
Okay.
We got it around 6 p.m. on a Friday. Left it because I think so share the money.
Okay.
Share, but nigga, we've got an office to pay. We're operating from a little office. So much we have to leave it for a rent. So let's do this. We're gonna drink so much. Then was on top for my sing.
If I can see.
My calci. Then we went in for the ladies' night. We left it one for a type. Baleake. Right. So things are getting up now. So ladies' night back then, niggas, we all, I don't know, we over 40. I'm over 40. So it would be ladies' night would be where you get into a groove and I'm actually going to in the kitchen and yama bang happy. Bands in our games, they're playing, they're good, bang all. And then Nina is alpha male, bulldogs ningapa and balindel is over a war from 6 is over a kitchen or 10. But and they've been drinking for free as shorts and all that. So I used to drink castle back then. That's a long time ago. Cigarette, pose castle, select silly. kwavulwa la curtain at 11 ish abantwana sebefikile abantwana. Hey, as usual, this is a long time ago, guys, don't judge me. It's a long time ago. It's a long time ago. Hey, ngabona lo mntana man, naringa naye, ngihamba ngisho ngami. That tank. Hey, abana abantwana bayajonga wallet yakho yaphela. Yabona at first uyakhupha 100. Next i-change uyifake ngapha back pocket. Kuphi 100. I-change uyifake ngapha back pocket. Then the next thing is ubali
ubuyela ngapha back pocket you.
That is no, don't worry.
Fuck.
Bathroom. Tata lezi masokisi. Yabona kula mntana umbambele apha. Next 2 rounds it's on me. Ulafter there wafika ngumchita wami lo akamthengele naye wathengela umchita saba grand. Hey ngoba mnandi wena it's now 2 AM that ndawo yayivala ngo4. It's now about 2:30. After the project. Nah, bro, I went to the bathroom 2 times to take out imali emasokisini. This is a vibe.
Oh shit.
Let's keep it money emasokisini, bro.
Baro convince
me. He's coming some 4 hours later after now I've gone on 2 trips of taking imali emasokisini.
Kwesekudala iphelile emasokisini.
Bro, emasokisini mna if in monetary terms I'm not sure how much it was, but if I probably had 3,000 in emasokisini, I was remaining with about 900 emasokisini at that point because I was buying higgies, shorts. Yeah, bro, dinishom zamezayo. But then bavuli taxi. Wawungabi go Uber at that time. Did they hire a taxi? How much was it? From Soweto, 200. Mabaze mabange ulafte lathi basikubela mali emasokisini I don't think I even have anything emasokisini.
I'll explain about UTAP.
Bro, we're kicked out of our office the next day. But I've got a lot of these stories about getting so excited about Punani and where you go over pound. Sure.
I'm sure much Tamanin's only mal out there. And then they use money that they weren't supposed to even use.
Yeah. Problems now we have actually saved by sitting and doing this podcast.
Yeah, but busy rents, busy AC, busy every busy parking. And then we are sitting here drinking wine. We've saved, I'm sure, about 3K or so.
Probably because
we've been gone by
we met around
given Putwek house. Putwek house. That's messaging again. Okay, guys.
I know that that's calling. Okay. Yeah, but that's not.
Alright, Keshapke. Guys, thank you so much. Don't take everything that you heard here seriously. Take it, internalize it, balance it, ingest it. Cheers bafethu sisonke.